The Wizarding World is doing great despite what J.K. Rowling haters want you to believe. Hogwarts Legacy sold fantastically, the books are still hitting sales charts every year from new readers giving the franchise a go, and now it looks like HBO is going to remake the books into a TV series, plus J.K. will be part of the creative team, and her haters are already melting down. I have a few different things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon or a supporter via YouTube memberships. So this all broke last night when I'm, of course, recording and posting this video. Everybody on social media is talking about it. Harry Potter, JK, the Wizarding World, they have all been trending nonstop since these announcements were made. So the first news to break was a Harry Potter reboot is in the works at HBO. Each season of the series would be based on one of the 7 books. Now, I personally don't see the point in this. The original movies are nostalgic. They're really great, and the last one only came out in 2011, which, yes, is over a decade ago. But if you go back and watch that, there is nothing that needs to be updated. There's nothing that doesn't work or looks terrible. But of course, the Wizarding World is massive and will lead to massive amounts of money, which is what this all boils down to. We heard a few months ago they were apparently toying with the idea of a Hogwarts Legacy series, which sounded great, because that game was fantastic. Yes, they did just take some lore J.K. loosely wrote and fleshed it out, plus it wasn't strictly based on storylines she wrote, but it still felt like this universe, and I would have loved to see a Hogwarts Legacy show, and maybe they'll still do that, but it does seem like they are trying to actively find a way to rejuvenate the Wizarding World, and this is their chance. I think that they also are going to be ending Fantastic Beasts, and of course that has faced some massive backlash since, you know, the firings and some of the individuals that they still kept in the movie, cough cough, firing Johnny Depp and keeping someone like Ezra Miller. But you know, I personally love Harry Potter. I would love to see new Wizarding World work, but I just do not see this needing a reboot. Now, after that initial announcement was made, we also heard that J.K. herself will be involved in the Harry Potter remake for HBO so she can ensure it remains loyal to her original material. And I love when creators are working on adaptations or, you know, more storylines based on their world, but there were people trying to boycott Hogwarts Legacy, and of course they failed, but she wasn't even part of that creatively. All she did was sign off on it and say, sure, you could make a game based on my work. And with this, she is going to be involved just like she was with the original movies, which has caused such a massive meltdown. People are saying things like JK will be involved, and then it's just someone starting to cry. People saying things like, yep, because that really helped Fantastic Beasts. The thing with Fantastic Beasts is that, yes, she was part of it, but after the first one, she didn't really have that much say in it, and, you know, that first movie was the one that everyone says was the best, so you have to look at her track record, and it is very good. She is very passionate about the world that she has created. There are so many people posting memes that are like, WTF, we lost, boo-hoo, cry me a river and float upstream, this is her creation. If she is going to sign off on more movies and TV shows and video games, she deserves to have a say in them if she wants. It is perfectly fine if you dislike her as a person, if you do not like her opinions and the things that she posts on social media, but there are people that want her to basically just abandon her franchise and give it to someone else and say, you work on it now, which is absurd. That is never going to happen. I cannot wait until the previous actors like Daniel Radcliffe and Emma Watson come out, because I am sure that they are so upset right now. They have recently been talking about how they were approached with the potential idea of doing another movie, of course, when they're slightly older, and they were all excited about it, saying we might get to be able to go back to the Wizarding World. And even Emma Watson had said, oh, I won't go back unless JK has nothing to do with it. But now I highly doubt that that is going to happen because they're going ahead with this show. Involved or not, I don't need a remake. Nobody wants a remake when the originals still slay. Give it a rest. The originals are perfection. Don't need another 2020s bent flop remake, to be honest. And that is just another problem to add to the pile here, because we have seen so many reboots and remakes be utter catastrophes. I do want to have a little bit more hope in this because HBO does have a pretty decent track record, but unfortunately, it is still a reboot. They're still gonna have to make new casting decisions, which could be absolutely god-awful. The pacing of these shows could be bad. They might miss big details from the book still because they don't fit in with, today's modern sensibilities. There's a lot of red flags that people have with this show. I see this failing miserably. The movies are great and, to be honest, unbeatable. And there are some people arguing that the reason why they're excited for this is because the movies did have inconsistencies, which is true. I mean, they try to fit larger books into just a couple of hours worth of a film, and there were major details that were left out from the movies going into the live action adaptation. So there are a lot of Harry Potter fans who are saying if they're doing 7 seasons and each season will focus on one single book, that's going to be, 6, 7, 8 hours of content each season, which is going to be fantastic for the people who felt like the movies were not the most accurate to the source material. Somebody said, why the Wingardium? Absolutely the fuck not. This just boils down to Warner Brothers Discovery wanting to make more money. They know that the Wizarding World is a jackpot, that when they have this, they can make infinite content, even if it's reboot after reboot after reboot, and there will still be people showing up to watch it. And they probably saw the success of Hogwarts Legacy and went, you know what, people are really craving some good Harry Potter content. Let's just do a TV series reboot this time around now that we're ending the movies. I personally don't see this as that big of a problem. It's good that JK is going to be behind this because she is the creator of this franchise and she is going to have a creative say, meaning it hopefully will stick a bit more to source material and she can make executive decisions that she feels are important with this series. But of course, the social justice warriors who absolutely despise her are now melting down online because of this announcement. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this and of course found it important and informative, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.